All right, let's dive in. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're all about uncovering those hidden gems, those shows that could become the next big thing. Today, we're taking a look at some of the most exciting new anime slated for release in 2025.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time to be an anime fan. There's this wave of fresh creativity sweeping through the industry, especially in fantasy and original stories.
So we're not talking sequels or spin-offs here.
Nope, these are totally fresh stories. And 2025 is shaping up to be a year packed with some really innovative storytelling, groundbreaking animation, and we've got the inside scoop.
Let's jump right in. First up, Sakamoto Days. Imagine you're running a quiet convenience store, living a simple life, except you were once a legendary assassin.
Haha.
It's an action comedy, right?
Right. Sakamoto Days is based on a manga that's already super popular. It's got this great blend of humor, action, and these really heartfelt moments. The main character, Taro Sakamoto, he's this unassuming guy, way more capable than he looks. He's just instantly relatable.
So we've got a former assassin trying to live a normal life. I'm sensing that his past is not going to stay buried for very long.
You got it. When Sakamoto's past catches up to him, he's forced back into the world he tried to leave behind. And the studio behind this adaptation is TMS Entertainment. They did Dr. Stone, so they know how to do this kind of dynamic action comedy.
Oh yeah, they've got a good track record.
They do. And what's really interesting about Sakamoto, he's actually much younger than he looks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it adds another layer of humor to the character.
Okay, I like that.
It's this blend of action, comedy, and heart that makes Sakamoto Days a show to watch.
From a retired assassin to a race against time to save humanity. Our next anime, Lazarus, takes us into a much darker, kind of suspenseful world.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine a future where a miracle cure turns deadly.
It's a thriller with some serious, Jigsaw vibes centered around this mysterious Dr. Skinner.
Okay, I'm intrigued already.
He unleashes this drug that has this catastrophic side effect. The show really taps into our anxieties about medical advancements.
Yeah, those unintended consequences.
Yep.
So it's a ticking clock scenario, right? A desperate search for a solution before it's too late. What really sets Lazarus apart?
The team behind it, the animation is being done by Studio Mappa, known for their, visually stunning work on shows like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're known for their quality.
And the director is Shinichiro Watanabe, the mastermind behind Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy.
Oh, he's a legend.
Yeah, he's got this unique visual style and he just knows how to craft these complex, multi-layered narratives. It makes this project very, very promising.
I've heard Lazarus is also a collaboration with Adult Swim, with their Toonami block.
It is.
They've had some hits and misses with original anime in the past. What are your thoughts on that?
That's true. Adult Swim's track record with original anime is a bit mixed, but, with the director like Watanabe and a studio like Mappa involved, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that does make a big difference.
Lazarus really has the potential to break the mold and deliver a truly compelling and thought-provoking anime experience. We'll see.
All right, for all the anime fans out there who are kind of tired of the same old isekai tropes, Xenu is for you. It flips the whole genre on its head.
It does.
And offers this meta-commentary on the anime industry itself.
What? Imagine, dying from overwork and then waking up inside your favorite anime.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what happens to Natko Hayo, this overworked animator who finds herself able to actually change the tragic events of the anime through reanimation.
Okay, so she's not just living in the world, she has the power to alter it.
Yes. Xenu has the potential to be a massive hit. First, the premise is just so unique and intriguing, right? Second, it really delves into the darker side of the anime industry, particularly this issue of overwork, which isn't talked about enough.
That's a really interesting angle.
And get this, Xenu is being produced by Mappa, the studio often criticized for its grueling working conditions.
Whoa, they're holding a mirror up to themselves.
It's like they're making a statement. It adds this whole other layer of intrigue.
That's pretty meta. All right, from the hard-hitting realities of the industry to the enchanting world of magic, we have Witch Hat Atelier next.
This is a charming fantasy story
about a young girl named Coco who accidentally turns her mother to stone while practicing magic.
Yeah, it might sound like a simple premise, but don't let that fool you. Witch Hat Atelier is actually a really captivating story with a scope and depth comparable to classics like, Full Metal Alchemist or even One Piece.
Wow, you're putting it in good company.
I am. The manga is beautifully illustrated and I have really high hopes for the anime adaptation. Studio Wit, known for their stunning work on Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga, is handling it.
So we've got magical adventures, breathtaking visuals, and a story that promises depth and complexity.
It's a coming-of-age story with a magical twist that I think will appeal to a really wide range of viewers.
Okay, I'm sold. Our final anime on the list comes from the studio behind My Hero Academia's Studio Bones.
Yes.
It's called Gooooo. And I have a feeling this is going to be huge.
It's definitely intriguing. It follows this character, Rudo, who's falsely accused of a crime and gets thrown into the pit, this desolate wasteland filled with garbage and monsters. The world building is so unique.
So it's like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, with this really grimy aesthetic and a sense of mystery.
Sounds a bit like a blend of genres. Action, sci-fi, mystery, maybe even some horror.
Exactly. And that's part of what makes it so compelling. They've taken these familiar elements and twisted them into something fresh. Gooooo. I'm really excited to see how Studio Bones brings this world to life. I think it's going to be a major hit.
I think so too.
We've covered a lot of ground already, exploring all these different types of anime.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety. I'm really drawn to Sakamoto days. I just love the idea of a former assassin trying to adjust to a normal life. Sounds hilarious.
It is. The humor is definitely a big draw, this contrast between his past and his present life. But it's more than just funny. The series actually has a lot of heart, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, Sakamoto's relationships, with his family, his employees, it all adds this warmth and emotional depth that you might not expect. It goes beyond just the gags and fight scenes.
That's cool. It seems like a lot of these anime are really blending genres in interesting ways.
Totally. We've got action comedy, this futuristic thriller with all these ethical questions, and isekai, that's actually about the anime industry itself.
It is a really exciting time to be an anime fan. It feels like the creators are taking more risks, pushing the boundaries of what anime can be.
Absolutely. There's definitely this feeling of experimentation in the air, and it seems to be working. These new shows are getting a lot of attention online. There's a real buzz.
Let's circle back to Lazarus for a minute. You mentioned you were cautiously optimistic about Adult Swim's involvement. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. So Adult Swim has a history of supporting anime, which is great.
Yeah, they've brought some incredible shows to a wider audience.
Right, but some of their original anime projects, well, they haven't quite lived up to the hype. Sometimes it feels like they're going for this edgy style over substance.
So are you worried that Lazarus might fall into that trap? That the collaboration might actually hinder the creative vision?
It's a valid concern, but with Shinichiro Watanabe directing, I have a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, his track record speaks for itself.
Exactly. His past work, like Cowboy Bebop, it shows he can handle these mature themes, complex narratives, and do it with style. He's not afraid to explore the darker side of things, but he does it with this depth and nuance.
Right, he doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
And with Studio Mappa handling the animation, Lazarus has the potential to be visually stunning as well. It's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together.
Let's talk about the other 3 anime on our list. Xenu, with its commentary on the anime industry, sounds fascinating. It's not just about pointing fingers, though, right? There's more to it than that.
Definitely. It's not just a critique of the industry's problems, it's also a celebration of anime as an art form. It explores the creative process, the struggles, the triumphs of the artists, and the power of animation to, transport us to these other worlds.
So it's kind of like a behind-the-scenes look, while also reminding us why we love anime in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you've ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes, how these stories are made, Xenu is a must-watch. It really encourages you to think critically about the industry, but also appreciate the artistry and dedication behind it.
Awesome. Next up, we have Witch Hat Atelier. You compared it to some pretty big names like Full Metal Alchemist and One Piece. What makes it so captivating?
Well, it's a coming-of-age story, but with this magical element that just pulls you in. It explores these universal themes, self-discovery, the power of dreams, mentorship, and, the dangers of unchecked ambition. The world is so well developed, so immersive, and the characters are complex, relatable. You really connect with them.
Sounds like it has a lot to offer.
It does. It's a story that will stay with you, I think.
From magic and mentorship to, a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Gakugurashi is quite a change of pace. You seem pretty confident this one's going to be a hit. Why is that?
Kakugurashi. It's just so unique. It blends action, sci-fi, mystery, even some horror elements. The world is both fascinating and terrifying, this desolate wasteland full of danger, and the characters are really well developed. You see them struggling to survive in this, harsh new reality.
So we've got humor, heart, action, intrigue, social commentary, fantasy, even a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Is there anything these anime aren't covering? It seems like the creators are really pulling out all the stops.
That's what's so great about anime. It embraces so much creativity, so many storytelling possibilities. It's always evolving, pushing boundaries, and these 5 shows are a perfect example of that.
Before we wrap up, there's one more anime I wanted to mention. It wasn't on our initial list, but it deserves a shout out. Have you heard of Free Run?
Free Run. Yeah, I've heard of it. It's interesting you bring that up because it really embodies a lot of what we've been talking about today. Fresh storytelling, great animation, and it's got this passionate fan base. It really helped make 2024 a standout year for anime, setting the stage for all these amazing new releases we've been discussing.
It really does feel like an anime renaissance.
I think so too. All this creativity and innovation. The future's looking pretty bright.
And there's so much variety, right? Like there's literally something for everyone.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got lighthearted comedies, we've got thought-provoking thrillers, everything in between.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it. It kind of brings us back to our initial question, what kind of stories do you want to see in anime's future? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, like what themes resonate with you? What worlds do you want to explore? What characters would you love to meet? We've talked about these 5 amazing new shows, but there are so many more stories out there.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, really.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dives into the world of new anime, I don't know about you, but I'm just really excited about what the future holds.
Oh, me too. It's a medium that's always pushing boundaries, challenging expectations. And I think that's what makes it so captivating. There's always something new to discover.
Exactly. So to all our listeners out there, keep an open mind. Embrace the unexpected. Get ready for a wild ride. The future of anime is, it's bright, and it's yours to explore.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
And remember, sometimes the best anime are the ones you least expect. So get out there and discover something new.
Until next time.